Alright, so let's take a look at what's going on here. We have an interesting shape on the screen. We have the dancers in positions. There's a lot going on right here. Let's go ahead and take this apart piece by piece. First off, if we're to try to cut this, there's a couple of basic rules here. This space between the two parts is the cuttable, is the material. Everything else is not material, and that's a bit of a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to click here, go to path, and we're going to break that apart because, let's be honest, we don't want that. For instance, this, definitely a no-go. Why? Because this hole looks to be the center of the clock, so we need material for it to cut out. And unfortunately, this isn't a vacant space on the screen, so we're going to get rid of that. Oh, that got rid of way too much. All right, we're going to have to do something else there. All right, let's do the inside of the dancer there, because that seems excessive. Same thing with that one. Same thing with that one, and maybe that one there, and that one there. And I'm just clicking through, hitting delete after doing my break apart function. All right, so that's good so far-ish. I mean, technically we could go with it if we went something like, I don't know, added a circle here. And go like, I don't know, like this. We have a couple options here. We're going to decrease that stroke style there to like 0.05, and let's do that there. Oh, I like that. Okay, so that goes to there. We can probably join it like that to this. Path union. Then path, I don't know, difference maybe? There we go. Look at that. And now, technically, this would be the center of the clock that's attached to here. All of these details would be attached to that, and that's how you'd make that shape. However, I mean, I'm noticing that this text here, you'd have a lot of looseness. There's just a lot going on here. I can see where you're going with it. Like, that looks like a J, and then I don't know what the rest of these letters are. But we can definitely look at the DXF here. Oh wow, this makes a lot more sense. All right, so we have a couple of cool shapes here. Let's take a look at what's going on. Oh, you know, I see what's going on here. Okay. All right, these are just text, and this is okay. So what I'm gonna do is actually open this up in Inkscape. Alright, so I know that this has hopped back and forth here. I'm over here in QCAD taking a look at this again, because there's just a lot going on here. Oh wow, there is so much going on here. Well, interesting. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the model space here, and so I like what you've done. There's a lot of good concept here. I don't know where the lost in translation went over to Inkscape. There's something missing here. I see here that this is a vector still over here, and that's going to get in the way. Same thing over here. Same thing over here at the toe, it looks like. Well, it looks like you separated out either side of the toe, but it looks like the toe itself is also having issues. Now, if I were to do this all in, let's say, QCAD, a couple of things I'm going to have to do here. So I'm just going to run this from the point of QCAD here. We're going to go modify, explode right there, modify, explode, click on this one, modify, explode, and I can probably go modify, explode again so I could work with it. Oh, come off it. There we go. All right, and that one's modify, explode. All right, so we have that. We have this, which is modify, explode, so I can edit the individual vectors. Boom. Freezing out the computer. Oh, there we go. All right, now I have the individual portions. Lots of vectors. Oh, dear heavens, this computer's going to freak out. Cool. All right, I want to click off of it. There's a lot of cleanup that's going to need to happen here, but what we can do, something pretty cool. We can go to modify. Oof, nope, modify breakout segment. And we're actually going to delete some segments here, just right at the intersection there. I can clean up the ones down here. But if I can clean up the intersections here, at least, notice now those 2 points are connected there. I can delete the small stuff here. I mean, this is going to be nothing. There's a lot of extra vectors over here. But I can delete that after the fact. I got those two corners to join. Let's go down here. I'm going to zoom back in again. This is really close here. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, looks like that did it all the way over there. Awesome. Then we can, oh, that is not going to happen. Okay. I need to go to my pointer tool, extend this one out just a hair, and then go modify breakout segment, and then break this out. Oh. So that's going to present a problem here. See, if I were to break out this segment here, all of this interior would become material. I'm actually, would become material, would lose the definition in the legs, so I'm just going to make another piece like that. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to come over here and modify breakout segment. Oh, oh, jeez. Breakout segment. That's freaking out on me. Modify breakout. Oh, that's why. There we go. Break this out here. It's not letting me break out that segment. It could be the way that this part of the image is brought in, because I can't tell there. Because I can definitely get it to disconnect there. I wonder why I can't get this block space to open for me. Alright. Pointer tool here. I'm going to click on the, oh, that's why. Modify, explode. I can't edit something that's not exploded. Okay. That's going to take a second to freak out. Perfect. Okay, now we can go modify breakout segment here, and boom, there we go. And I can zoom in and really break out that segment there so that I have everything deleted there. So, and again, this is an absolute pain to do it this way. I'd prefer to actually bring it into Inkscape and work with it that way. However, because of the way that this file was initially brought in, it's not going to open up in Inkscape properly. So I know this is something crazy, but I wanted to make sure that we got this addressed. Personally, I'd bring in the individual vectors over into Inkscape and then modify them from Inkscape, do some unions together in order to get it to respond the way we want it to. It's going to honestly come out a little bit cleaner than this. QCAD will definitely get the job done though, and I can actually come through here, select all these vectors. Like that, hit delete, and those are all gone. Look at that. Okay, and go over here and do the same thing over here, but I'm gonna have to do it in 2 steps because of the nature of the file. So there's step 1, and from over here we're gonna just go like that in step 2. And lastly, I'm just gonna step out, and come back over to the foot over here, because we know this is definitely a trouble area. Delete that much of that one, and delete that much of that one. Perfect. And I'm just hitting delete on the keyboard. The last thing you're going to need to do is explode each of these. Modify, explode, modify, explode, and then modify, explode again. Click this. We're going to explode these twice because we can modify, explode. Perfect. Okay, that's exactly where we want it, but we're going to need to do a lot of editing here. Alright, so let's cover up the last bit of this here by taking a couple of lines here. I'm just going to use the line tool. Again, this is going to be a rough and ready version of what we're trying to do, but it will absolutely work. So for instance, I can put 2 lines here, and like so. Same thing with the A. I'm actually going to sort of line these puppies up. We'll see how this comes out here once I'm done. But line up the A's, and then we can do a couple of tricky things. Now the D has a lot of support in it, but because of the way this all works, I actually have to cut this out. And okay, and then we're gonna have to, I'm probably just gonna follow suit here. I'm gonna take this, run the cut all the way across like so, and take this, run the cut all the way across like so. Now the letter J doesn't have any problems like that. J-U-S-T. No, everything looks good there. So all I have to do is go to Modify, Breakout Segment. And this is where it gets interesting. We just start deleting away. And of course, we have the same problem that we had earlier. All of these are still attached. Modify, oof. And there we go. See, now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. Modify, Explode. Look at that. Wow. There's a lot of exploding that needs to go on. Modify, Explode. And again, this just allows us to edit this file here. And I'm going to go over it a couple of times. Modify, Explode. All right. And Modify, Explode again. Jeez, we got to do this a couple times. You notice how they're changing colors as I'm working with the Modify, Explode. And Modify... Oh, there we go. Actually, that one's going to be fine. Alright, then we go Modify, Breakout Segment. Now, there's a reason why I like to do all of this in... Oh, you're kidding me. Come on. Come on, you. I believe in you. I really do. Oh, no, you're not quite exploded yet. Ugh. Here we go. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's exploded. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Anyways. Breakout segment. Let's hop to it. Jeez. Alright, why are you... There we go. Perfect. See, now we're getting some division here. And again, top 20 reasons why I use Inkscape for this particular process is because of this. Now, if you have the art files and want to open them up in Inkscape, I would highly, highly, highly recommend you do that. I'm actually going to cut that out there because, yep, that's how that works. And we're going to do this. Now I'm going to pause the video for a minute so I can finish cutting all of this out. And then we will show you how this all works. Ugh. I'm telling you. Kills me to do it this way. Does it work? Yes, it does. It absolutely does. Does it suck? Oh, yeah, 3,000%. Do I recommend doing this in Inkscape? I think I've said it already. I'm going to say it again. Let's do this in Inkscape. Now, if I'm getting that same error again, I have to go and click on this. Notice how all of this lines up or reacts when I hit that. I just have to go and do break explode again with all this text. Text in the loop. Oh, and notice how I can't now highlight the entire line. That means it's properly exploded. Now, I can go to breakout segments. Do my final breakouts here. Boop and boop. There we go. And zooming in over here. Boop. There we go. And over here. Boom. Oh, come on. There you go. There you go. Now I can come back with my pointer tool and actually delete the parts that I don't need. 1 and 2. Come on. Computer's freaking out. There's a lot of vectors going on inside of here. Alright. 1. Beautiful. Over here. 1 and done. And we're going to do this to all of the letters. So if you can sit down and go through, and we're breakout segment. I made 2 lines overshadowing it. And again, when in doubt, explode it out. That's right. Keep that as an option there because it's a great line. When in doubt, do that. Okay. Now we can go through with my pointer tool and do the final deletes of the parts that I don't want. Okay. I could probably get away just doing that. Yes. Did I get everything? Looks like I got all that. And then I'm going to do the final one over here. There's a reason why I do this in Inkscape. They have something called Union that handles this particular job much easier. We don't have to break anything apart. And I mean, this video would be a 5-minute video as opposed to like almost a 20-minute video, which again, not a bad thing. I don't mind doing this. But it does show the sheer difference between the two softwares. So now we've stenciled that out, and that was just the letter D. So we're going to need to do it to this remainder in the D, and then the A and the E, and we have to repeat the same process. I'm not going to show that here, as I've explained the process already, but if you do, we can go over that as well.